Hallo alle zusammen und willkommen zu einem neuen Part von Tales of Xillia. In der letzten Folge haben wir die KK-Höhle mit Jyde, Elwin und Elise abgeschlossen, haben dort gegen zwei Wasserdrachen gekämpft und sind nun anschließend tatsächlich beim Xillia-Tempel in der Nähe von der Hauptstadt von Azul rausgekommen, nämlich bei Kambala. Da hinten irgendwo sieht man nicht das Schloss, weil die Berge zu hoch sind. Ja. Und Gaius und seine Gefolgsleute verstecken sich hier drin und wir werden mal hineingehen, weil sie haben uns eingeladen und wir hören uns mal an, was Gaius zu sagen hat. Und ich habe offscreen erstmal alle auf Stufe 45 gebracht und dann habe ich alle ein bisschen ausgerüstet. Also Jyde habe ich nicht ausgerüstet, weil Jyde hat mir ja schon ausgerüstet. Und Elwin auch. Also ich habe Elise was Neues gekauft zum Anziehen. Die habe ich, glaube ich, gar keine neue Waffe gekauft. Kann das sein? Egal, also hier habe ich neue Ausrüstung gegeben. Ihr und ihm auch. Glaube ich zumindest. Ich glaube, die habe ich keine neue Jacke gegeben. Egal. Egal. Aber jedenfalls haben wir alle ausgerüstet. So, gut. Unser Team passt soweit. Gut, dann würde ich sagen. Und ich habe jede Menge Geld ausgegeben. Also wir haben jetzt nur mehr 22.000 von. Weiß ich nicht, wie viel wir hatten. Aber egal. Aufgehört mit dem Gerede. Wir gehen hinein.
You've come.
So in the end, you've chosen to trust that man. You're more naive than I thought, Maxwell.
Tell us what your purpose is for bringing us here.
We will stand and fight against those invaders. If you intend to challenge them yourselves, we won't attempt to stop you.
But first, there's something you need to tell us. I want you to tell us what you know about the Schism.
What's that?
Two millennia ago, I cast the spirit art, Schism. It created a new world and sealed it away. That world is yours. It is known as Rieze-Maxia.
Did Mila just say that she created the entire world? Wow! She's like a goddess or something!
It was for protecting spirits and humans.
Rieze-Maxia is sealed. That implies the existence of another world outside the Schism, does it not?
Yes. And that world is called Elympios. I was gravely mistaken about the Lance of Kresnik's true purpose. Exodus convinced Noctigal that it was a weapon, but all along they were plotting to create a device that would dispel the Schism.
Dispel the Schism? To what end?
I do not know. I wonder if perhaps they were looking for a means to siphon mana back to Elympios.
No. All Exodus ever wanted was to go home. Back home to Elympios. It's all we've wanted for more than 20 years since we became trapped in Rieze-Maxia. We needed to find a way to either break through the Schism or dispel it completely.
But in order to dispel the Schism, they would have to find a way to eliminate its creator.
I see. So that's why Exodus kept trying to kill you.
It doesn't add up. What is Gillen's master plan?
I'm confused. I still don't understand.
Gillen's actions are not going to get Exodus home any faster.
He didn't need to bring the whole Olympian army. In unifying Rieze-Maxia, that was never our original intention. Gillen must intend to make use of Rieze-Maxia with the Schism intact.
But for what purpose?
That's it. The Otherworld reactor plan.
What?
Huh? The hell's that?
Most folks knew it as the Spirit Fuel Plan.
That sounds bad.
I remember my cousin telling me about it when I was still a kid back on the other side. Something about capturing spirits and using them as fuel for Spyrexes.
So you're saying Gillen's ultimate goal is to corral all the spirits?
But that doesn't make sense either. If all he wants is spirits, then why bother with the lies? Unless he's planning on trapping us in Rieze-Maxia for our mana lobes.
He seeks to use the people of Rieze-Maxia as a power source? The man is insane.
Gilland most likely returned to Exodus HQ on the ocean. The Olympian army is with him, so getting there by boat won't be easy.
Well then, perhaps we can commandeer one of the flying ships they have, docked at Cambalar.
Oh yeah, right. Because that sounds easy.
It may indeed be our only option.
Very well. We attack tomorrow.
Wait a minute, Gaius. Aren't we gonna team up on this? I mean, we both want the same thing, so...
It's not a social gathering.
Just how stupid are you anyway?
It was Maxwell who created the schism, and trapped us all inside of it in the first place. Imprisonment is not so easily forgiven. It's entirely possible we may end up fighting each other again.
I'm sure you can understand why we're not ready to get all buddy-buddy with you.
Like I said, do what you want. Just make sure to stay out of our way.
Can you believe it? The nerve of those guys!
They must be short-handed. Why else would they share that kind of information with us?
Despite what they said, I still believe that they are counting on all of us.
For now, at least.
Gut, Gruppenmitglieder hat sich geändert. Wir sind wieder alleine. Sprich, ein Gespräch mit Wingal.
Perhaps this is the opportunity to speak to Wingal that I've been waiting for.
Gut, dann reden wir mal mit Wingal. Die Frage ist nur, wo sich Wingal befindet. So, und ich muss sagen, es wird jetzt richtig spannend wieder. Also wir müssen erstmal Kambala wieder in unsere Macht bringen sozusagen und ein Flugschiff von Exodus klauen, damit wir auf eine Basis kommen, die im Schiff drinnen ist. Ja, sehr interessant. Es wird reichlich spannend. Ich sage jetzt schon, es wird wirklich spannend. Und wir nähern uns tatsächlich nicht dem Ende, also... Oder nähern wir uns dem Ende? Ich bin mir gerade echt nicht sicher, aber ich glaube, wir nähern uns tatsächlich dem Ende schon. Sprich, ich werde jetzt erstmal das hier anschauen, bevor ich ein Blödsinn rede.
My neck is killing me.
Did you sleep on it wrong?
No, it's been this way since I was swept into the Fezabel marsh flow.
I have a poultice you can use, although it was intended for lower back pain.
Jude, it's pretty faint, but I think there's a footprint on your face.
Huh. I did have a dream that Agria was repeatedly stomping my head.
From the size and shape of that footprint, it would seem that dream was no dream at all.
What is wrong with her? Why would she do that?
Maybe she was trying to apologize, saying we got off on the wrong foot?
Oh dear. I'm going to chalk this one up to a concussion.
You don't know how close you just came to getting another boot in your face.
Auf die kleine Schwester aufpassen.
I'm sorry for getting you tangled up in this war.
Not at all. I welcome the opportunity. As a spirit, I can never forgive those who use Spyrex.
It is good to have your strength on our side. You have my gratitude.
Your gratitude? As a big sister, what choice do I have but to keep my little sister out of trouble?
A bit condescending, aren't we?
Ah, isn't it wonderful to have a family?
Is that what we are?
It would seem so.
Haben wir es jetzt? So, zu der Cutscene muss ich ehrlich gesagt sagen, also die wir vorher gesehen haben. Erstens ist Agria wirklich komplett psychisch fertig im Kopf, dass sie sich einfach breitbeinig hinsetzt. Das ist mir vorher nicht aufgefallen, aber jetzt ist es mir aufgefallen, im zweiten Mal durchspielen. Und eben, dass sie halt einfach die Schuld auf Mila schieben, dass sie einfach vor 2000 Jahren das Schisma auf Rieze-Maxia gepackt haben und versiegelt hat, worüber man nachdenken sollte, dass Mila das Exit erst 20 Jahren hier ist, mit 20 Jahren Mila verfolgen und Mila erst 20 Jahren existiert, muss es eine andere Mila gewesen sein, beziehungsweise ein anderer Maxwell, der es gemacht hat. Nur muss es jetzt unsere Mila ausbaden, sag ich mal. Reden wir mal mit Wingal.
Wingal, there's something I would like to ask you. Am I correct in my understanding that you led Arjul's armies at Fezabel Marsh? Using boosters to move through the marsh was a brilliant strategy.
Are you mocking me? That strategy played right into Gillen's hands.
You aren't the only one who failed to see through Gillen's facade. I share the same shame.
I didn't realize someone who turned his back on his duty had any honor left to lose. Is that what you're doing here? Some sad attempt to return to the battlefield and erase your shame?
How can you say that? Don't you make fun of Rowan? He's a great guy for someone who's so old.
You were a skilled tactician in your prime, I grant you that. But how much of that skill remains today? Former Chief of Staff Ilbert. Care to play a game?
A game, you say?
A mock battle, using a real military map. But of course I would understand if you were reluctant to see how time has ravaged your talents.
You don't need to buy into this.
I accept.
This board lets us control data from historic battles and see different ways they might play out.
And what battle is this data from?
20 years ago, on the Fezabel outback.
The Battle of Fezabel.
The struggle between the armies of Rashagal and the former king of Arjul.
Correct. It was a tragic battle in which both armies suffered heavy casualties from a giant tsunami. It was Ilbert the Conductor's one and only draw.
And you wish to recreate that battle now?
This is no recreation. If I had led Arjul into battle, we would have won. That is what I will prove here today. Formation Ichthyes. All troops advance.
The core of the Rashagal army is being pushed back.
Left and right troops spread out to the wings. Surround the enemy's vanguard.
It's no good. The vanguard is unstoppable. What is this power?
That's Gaius' unit. Their first time in battle. You won't surround them so easily.
Both wings advance. Circle to the enemy's flank.
Planning to launch a counterattack from my flank? Such a boring and predictable response. I'll simply attack while your troops are changing course. This battle will be won before the tsunami hits.
The enemy is turning faster than Rashagal.
Look out!
All troops maintain forward movement. Your goal is the high ground behind the Arjul army.
What?
Rashagal's army is assembling on the hill.
It's over. It is impossible to defeat a defending army on high ground in so short a time. Soon the tsunami will come and engulf the plains. You will have no choice but to retreat.
And this is what you call a victory?
I am satisfied simply not to lose.
I see. Thank you for the match, Conductor. We will settle this in a different way.
Sore loser!
You did great, Rowan.
It's because I failed in the past. If only I had used this strategy back then.
I think it's great you learned from your mistake. You're still growing, even at your age.
Indeed. And I still have a great deal more growing to do. I may even grow out of these clothes one day.
Gut. Haben sie einfach mal die Schlacht von Festival nachgestellt, dass ein Tsunami kam? So, dann reden wir mal mit Presser und Agria.
What do you want?
It's about Zhao.
He's dead. Did you think he somehow survived that?
Know what I heard? I heard he died protecting a spoiled little brat and her stuffed dolly. A fitting end for a foolish old man. How could you? Don't you talk that way about him! You got a problem with me saying the truth?
That's enough, Agria.
It's not even close to enough. The lives of the Chimeriad belong to His Highness. But that old fool threw his away for some sniveling brat.
That's true, but his sacrifice did give His Highness a chance to escape.
He was an idiot right until the end. Always giving me candy when he saw me, like I was some sort of little kid. He just needs to die already.
He did. With Zhao gone, the offensive might of the Chimeriad has diminished sharply.
Ah! I'm all the offensive we need. That goes for you too, Grandma. No one will miss you when you kick off.
I'm relieved to hear that.
Just you watch. I'll protect His Highness all by myself.
I'm getting a headache. How am I supposed to relieve this stress when there's no one left to talk to or have a drink with?
So, that's it? We're never gonna see Zhao again.
Das will ich sehen, dass Agria... Aus heiterem Himmel geht einfach mal mein Tablet an und meint, es muss Musik machen. Ich dachte zuerst, dass meine Festplatte gerade durchdreht. Aber okay. Gut, wo war ich stehen geblieben? Ja, genau. Ich würde das gerne sehen, wie Agria Gaius ganz alleine beschützt. Ich glaube, Gaius kann darauf sehr gut verzichten. Gut, ich nehme ein Zimmer im Tempel aus. Gut, dann würde ich sagen, machen wir das auch. Und suchen mal unser Zimmer. Damit wir zum Gegenstoß zuschlagen können. Die Tür ist fest verschlossen. Ist das mein Zimmer? Ja, ich habe mein Zimmer nicht gefunden. Ich glaube, ich wollte gerade in Gaius Zimmer reingehen. Kann das sein? Ist hier irgendwas zufällig? Nein. Ich muss sagen, ich finde Kanbala eigentlich richtig schön mit dieser Schneelandschaft, obwohl ich eigentlich nicht wirklich Schnee mag. Also so, wenn ich es im Fernsehen oder so sehe, finde ich Schnee richtig schön oder so. Aber ich selbst brauche keinen Schnee. Ist mir zu kalt. Gut, ich gucke mal hier raus, ob hier vielleicht nicht was ist. Oder es war in Xillia 2, dass hier oben irgendwas liegt. Ja, war im Zweierteil. Gut. Es ist immer richtig verwirrend, wenn man in einem Spiel die gleichen Landschaften hat und die gleichen Städte und alles und man nicht weiß, ob das da passiert ist oder da passiert ist. Dann würde ich sagen, ab ins Bett mit uns! Ja!
You wander off again?
Sorry to wake you, kid.
You didn't. I can't sleep. So what happened with you today?
What's with this sudden interrogation?
You just have me worried is all. Do you still want to go back home to Olympios?
Worry about your own problems, kid. You want to protect Mila, right?
No, she can protect herself. I just want to make sure she wins. I think that's the kind of help she needs most.
Huh. So you want to stay with her forever, then?
What? Alv, what are you talking about?
You won't have any reason to stay with her once this is all over, you know.
I know.
If you don't tell her how you really feel, someone else will beat you to the punch. You can't just count on destiny to work everything out for you. Fate doesn't have your back.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I need more time.
You really do listen to everything I say, don't you?
Huh?
Nighty-night, kid.
Schlag vor dem Zubettgehen noch etwas... Was? Okay.
Can't sleep?
No.
Me neither. You don't want to ask me anything about what I revealed earlier today?
No, you did the right thing. The just thing.
At least I hope so. Justice is a complicated concept. It means different things to different people.
And what is justice to you?
I thought this wasn't a social gathering.
Answer me, Maxwell.
It is the power of will that resides within one's heart.
In this, we are both in agreement. Those with this willpower bear a responsibility to this world. The strong must protect and guide the weak.
Gaius, weakness isn't an affliction of the body, but of the heart. The world will always have weak-willed people, but that in itself isn't a bad thing.
Then we must protect the weak until they can become strong. That is our duty.
We?
Yes. All who are strong must look after the weak. It is the only way to ensure that future generations will have sufficient strength as well.
So that's your solution to the problem I posed in Fezabel Marsh.
As I told you then, I can chart a new future for mankind if I just have enough power. But if a man like Gillen takes the stage, a man who can only use power for his own gain, then mankind will be doomed to repeat the same mistakes.
I see. But I'm afraid it's not up to me to approve your answer. Your concept of justice is your own. It's not my place to interfere.
As you say.
The two of you sure are alike.
How so?
No matter how extreme her words are, I think there's always truth to them. I get the same sense from you.
Do you want to be like Maxwell?
I wouldn't mind it, although I know that's impossible.
I see.
We should probably get some rest.
Yes. The showdown's tomorrow.
Gut, dann würde ich aber sagen, dass wir erst im nächsten Part den ganzen Tempel verlassen und dann aufbrechen nach Kambala, um das wieder unter die Gewalt von Gaius zu bringen. Ja, mal schauen. Also, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.